of this best of three series of Anarchy and Untitled into the Swiss stages round 3, day 2. And this is the 1-1 brackets, and the score is 1-1 as well. And we just saw a 1-1 on the Land of Dawn. But overall, let's see if we're going to see the score go for a 2-1 for the hands of Anarchy or Untitled. And of course, your casters are Peachy and Zero. And let's see what the draft is going to go. Anarchy again, first pick. Are they going to commit to the Baksha, Peachy?
Baksha, less possibility. I don't like it anymore. Like I want, if you're picking up a Baksha, just put him on the jungle. The other lanes, nah.
What about you, Zero?
I would say Basha does well in the jungle, yes, agreeing to Peachy, but I think in the EXP he can also work well as well. But most probably jungle is much better because compared to a roam or an EXP, I think it's better to go for a setter rather than someone who can just roll around the map.
Roll around the map. They see me rolling. They hate like that's a very old reference, very old one. Only millennials will get it. But even though I'm not a millennial, guys, I'm not 30. I just like old stuff. I got an old soul, but of course, let's shift the focus back into the game and talking about EXP lane options as well, because of course they play a massive crucial part. The first game the Yuzhong did, this time around the Lapu Lapu will get banned out. I'm actually a little bit offended. Why is there no Uranus? Where is the Uranus? Right? Where is it? Where is it? Come on.
No,
Okay.
Like I know Untitled, okay, they are not a big fan of that. So for coming, them picking up a Uranus is just like a 5% chance out of the 100.
5% out of 100. Okay. I would. Oh, okay. This time around, they pay respect to the Minotaur. Not really a fan of that, because when you ban out the roamer, like unless it's a overpowered roamer, right? When you ban out the roamer, you get into the submissive position. Like, oh yeah, this thing, it kind of bothered us. You get into the defensive spot, and once you start playing around the defensive position, the only way you win is pushing the very late game. So if they commit to the bit and they have good enough front line to take the early game, just survive until that 14-minute mark, then let their marksmen scale up, that's the moment they can win. That is the strategy I would go if I was Untitled right now, if they are feeling a little bit defensive. If they're not, they have to repeat the circumstances that they had in game number 1, but I feel like it was because Anarchy was a little bit shy to expose their cards just yet. What do you think, Zevo?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of like they were observing and playing mind games to Untitled, making sure that they kind of get ahead of themselves so that they can catch them off guard, because first game it did not seem like Team Anarchy was playing much serious compared to Team Untitled. They did go full on out, and that was why in the second game they could not, take the immense pressure coming in from Anarchy. So, but in the third game though, I feel like both the teams, they would be going all out because it's a do or die situation for both of them to still stay in this tournament.
To be fair, they will move to the 2-1 brackets, of course, because we have to wait for the other teams to qualify. Tartarus and LCF, they've already have qualified, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, big news, but they got a 3-0. That's how Swiss stages work. Win 3 games, you qualify for the rounders. And LCF and Tartarus, they're going to be stress-free, while these teams are going to be stressful. So let's see what Anarchy goes in. This time around, they will not get the Kimi. So, Peachy, any predictions do you have in your mind?
Talking about the predictions, this time around they should be kind of focusing back again onto a Farsa. I want to see a Farsa this game. Could be a very good thing, given the fact that Yuzhong may or may not be. Most likely, it's a no.
Okay, they go in with the Fovius. The Fovius, but what do you think, Zivo, of this? I think this is a good countermeasure for one particular hero. I would definitely say it's the Arlot. he's also a really good option. So I feel like committing to the Phobius first pick again in this meta is actually really good.
I was kind of thinking Phobius could have gone second or third. But as you said, if it works, then it should work out. But because right now, I don't think there is much of a hero that Team Anarchy can prioritize right now. Kind of guessing they'll go for surprise picks once again. They didn't prioritize the Roger, surprisingly. But then again, I guess they are waiting for Team Untitled to pick him up again to supposedly choke him down once more.
Choking down once more. Curious to see what they're gonna choke. Maybe the mid lane. Nah. I don't think they're gonna go for the mid lane. It is
No,
possible
I mean, not
Anarchy would, because of course they wanna lessen the chances from Daki. Hey, are we gonna see a Sicilian Peachy? What do you think?
Very less on though. I mean, I haven't seen Taki play on the Sicilian, but Selena is open. I want to see that Selena. This game around could be a good pick, but they need to get a counter on the Phobius. They need something to stop the Phobius so that he won't be making a move. And this pick just means that Entitled will have to pick something on their assassin or something like a fighter jungle, which doesn't has a lot of mobility.
Not a fan of the Hayabusa anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you after the nerfs, because I feel like it gets really weak from the mid to late stages. It's really hard, especially considering that he has been hit very hard with the nerf hammer, because you just cannot dish out that much damage with the stacks anymore. But still decent, yes. His kit has not been changed. He can still go into the backline, still do the flanking, still try to clear up base. He can still obviously take out targets like, just like you mentioned, the Farsa, or he can even take out. Is Eve still a viable option? I don't think so. Okay. We go for the classic, good old,
Yeah, let's
reliable
go.
general, the Yushin Shin.
Mm.
Johan onto that YS.
Oh my
This
goodness.
game is definitely going to be another interesting game. Come on, man. Oh,
Oh my
Ray.
goodness.
Look at that.
Ray!
Oh, looks like
We
Ray's
got
prediction is up.
we, we got we got a Uranus, guys. Definitely. Oh my goodness. After 2 games of mentioning him continuously, Uranus has finally decided to bless us with his presence.
Yeah, my
Oh,
predictions will be right. Thank you, Untitled. Peachy, you said there were 500% chance. Yeah, that is my luck on gacha games, but this time I won the 50-50, boy. But still, I'm really nice to see a good EXP later, but he's gonna obviously go against the Phobius. Funny enough, Uranus doesn't exactly have the most dashes. He has only one, and he can also choose just not to use it because he can just heal. So overall, it's gonna be a good matchup, and he will be a menace overall. But love to see the Yushin Shin, of course. This hero, I I definitely love him because he's an underrated pick. Whenever he comes around, he dominates each time, and especially into hands of Johan, who's an Yushin Shin main. I feel like we're in for a good show. And of course, his kit has been revamped a season ago, and a lot of people have not been using him to the max potential, but looking forward to this one. But hey, I of course, in the chat, somebody just said that I look Korean for fun. Thank you. But it's funny because Yushin Shin is also a Korean admiral around 1500. So that is a fun coincidence. But yeah, let's see what is going to be the next few picks.
ooh,
They are banning out
ooh.
the Kufra and the Selena. Sorry, Peachy. Unfortunately, the
Oh,
Selena will not see.
Man, not even the Farsa.
maybe not the Bruno too, though.
What the
Like
hell?
this continuous matches we've been talking about team picked. So I guess after seeing the Uranus, I guess they just want to ban the Bruno because he might just be there to from either of the team. But well, the Kufra, it was quite a respect ban. Totally get it because he's been quite having the interruptions out despite not making a complete influence, but still the
Yeah.
minor stuff were just enough for Team Anarchy to ban him out.
Mm-mm-mm. But I'm looking forward to honestly still the Sicilian because I feel like Daki can still pick it up and it would be a decent option for a simple reason. Oh
Oh,
my
oh my.
god, making a debut of the slightly buff, slightly adjusted Lilia? And interesting. It's interesting. It's been a while since I've heard her like heard her voice lines and everything. Her dialogue was like, "Let's go to the Erudicio, have some fun," right? I
Yeah,
remember
Mhm.
because I used to
Yep.
spam her when she was meta. She was a menace,
Yep.
absolute menace. She could alone defend lanes with her blooms. But yeah, Nerf hammer hit her hard, and she went
Yeah.
back to the void for a long, long while. But she's making a comeback, and it's Daki. Thank you, Daki, making a good use. She didn't get one purple lady, so she brought up a purple child.
The Lilia, right? Her lane clearing is quite fast compared to other mages. But then again, I feel like she lacks damage quite a bit until you have the full build on her. She's gonna be around picking everyone, the Phobius, Ruby, even anyone who's gonna be staying in the front lines. So, oh my goodness, oh, okay. A lot of unexpected picks coming in. A bit he decided he's gonna go to another planet, get abduct an alien and use it there. That is a Zask, ladies and gentlemen. In the game with us, Peachy. What are your thoughts?
Definitely there is a surprise onto the mid lane, both of the teams, not one, but one last pick coming in. Joker, what is he going to do? I feel like this should be something of a support. Oh, did get a little bit of a support, was hoping something like a Florian as well could have been such a good pick, but no, there comes the Edith. Interestingly though, why an Edith against this kind of a team composition?
I think it's to make sure that any kind of damage that the Zask will dish out, she's just gonna use the primal rest to dish it back to the team. And of course, she also dishes damage to the three targets. And she's a good counter against the Phobies as well. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be diving into the Land of Dawn, and your two casters will be the voice of the arena, Zevo, and of course Pucci. Take it over from here. Game number 3, the final showdown for the Swiss stage, round 3, Anarchy versus Untitled.
Let's go into the land of Dawn. Game number 3, as we predicted, 2-1 is here, but which team? I am curious to know if Team Anarchy will be the one picking it up or Team Untitled.
Yep, certainly. That is what I'm curious about Peachy as well. Oh, it does seem like either this on to the wrong position against a Uranus. Oh well, that works out well. She can definitely go and hinder the positions. But right now, as we talk, Lilia and Zask, both of them have quite the unique skills to lane clear, and it does seem like they might just clear it out against each other on time. But top lane, though, already a lot of pressure. Picked off is there helping Crisis. Wait, that I just realized it is a gold lane Ruby this time. No marksman, but a gold lane Ruby. Right now, the Crisis, he might be getting taken down. He does escape. First blood, Joker has to go down. Okay, that was quite a bit greedy for them to go for the first blood. Given that it is a Ruby, she would have the sustain. But then again, quite a good start.
Ruby Gold Lane. Okay, that sounds a really interesting. Onto the game number 3, was expecting a little bit of a hard counter, hard kind of a gameplay, but Team Anarchy are really setting their eyes onto that. Oh, and Bid also though. Look at him. It's gone. Turtle's gone. Taimiko with the pop with retribution thus gets it on. Johan would be the first one to go down in that team fight. Joker onto the other hand, onto the back lane, still trying to, with the primal red dealing damage. Will they be able to get off with the damage though? Because into the back line, you're talking about how Deadly wants to get a HP off every 2 members. Beelzebub with a sliver of HP escaping away.
Piece of cake for Deadly on that Uranus. He can survive that massacre pretty easily. Crisis is having a tough time against Shane on that Irithel. Gets away with that flicker almost. Slither of HP gone. Bit is there for the help. Shane, he might be overcommitted, but then again, there was a minion to save him out. Picked off. Baby, looking for a set to go, but still nowhere quite near.
Mm, 1-for-1 trade, like 1-for-1 score into the hands of both of the teams. Now, I'm really curious to know how the game would be going around the mid game to the late game, given the fact that the mid is most important for both of these teams. You're talking about how Shane would be having a power spike over three of his items. You need to make sure the Deadly is also getting his lane cut to come into the team fights, making sure they will be having a smoother experiences in the team fight. But picked off this time around. Yes, finally the Badang roam. I want to see how much that they can interrupt, how much they can immobilize them with the walls.
Yep, certainly you are required to have set with that flicker and the wall combo. And it's quite juicy to see because they're all moving together, and one good combo is enough to hinder the whole formation of the team. But right now, I feel like Team Anarchy, they do need the farm because right now they are just ants, if I have to say, because the amount of continuous damage that is going to be coming in from Hayabusa, Lilia all together, they won't be able to sustain it much unless they start having their power spike. Knowing that, Anarchy do not go for the turtle contest, maybe focusing themselves on farming much more, having to avoid the team fights as of now.
And looks like Joker though he did not make a bush check, which was a problem for Darky right there, in getting interrupted and low in HP. It was not a good sign though. Picked off onto the other hand, very proactive, and I'm not sure why Anarchy did not go in for the contest. They do have the resources. They could have made a play or maybe get a counter play towards the top lane, given the fact that the turtle was at the bottom. Oh, Kimmy! Crisis. Oh, sorry, my bad. Crisis will be the first one to go down. That would be a double kill picked up by the Darky. Look at that. The AoE damage that Darky gives in is just too much. Deadly, on the other hand, trying to make a re-engage but has to move out of the
Ooh.
situation. Johan, on the other hand, 50% of his HP. Oh, wait a minute. Kaimiku does get stunned up, but not enough to make the Ugi Shadow kill.
Yep, certainly. That was quite the protection coming in from Beelzebub, but then again, I think they have to lose their mid lane in order to survive. Right now, Kaimku goes for the dive with his Zoe Shadow Kill, does not have enough damage to burst out anyone. Given that there were three people, he could not target his ult onto a single person. But as of now, Crisis might be struggling a bit against the Irithel, but Uranus finally, after being slippery for so many times, he does get taken down.
Go the heat into the land of dawn. The heat is just firing it up on the higher temperatures as of now. The top lane turret already prioritized into the hands of Team Untitled. They are just making sure to get it onto their hands with the neutral objectives as well. But Johan, though, I mean, you're talking about a YSS. YSS is known to get the farm up towards that, like till the 12th minute, and then he's known to make the damage. So naturally, them avoiding the turtle is a good plan. But okay, Primal Wrath coming in. On top of that, there's just so much damage. Dominators descend onto the safest possible. Beelzebub would be the first one to fall down. The AoE damage was something that they were lacking, and they got it. Crisis trying to get a chase onto Kaimiko, but Darky would be the first one to get shut down by Johan. Will they be going in for more, given the fact that Deadly is all alone and Shane might be coming in?
Look at that! Oh my!
No way, he gets pinned down to the wall, and the fist crack is just enough to take him down. But onto the other hand, Deadly and Shane trying to get it on, but they shift has changed towards Shane, and Johan gets the kill.
Okay, Untitled, they just went one by one in a group of people, thinking that they would be able to win it because they lack a bit of damage. And but why is he's getting that damage spike now? And aside from that, there are a lot of CCs. We got Ruby, we got Phobius, we got Badang all together. With all those interruptions, I don't think you should be going in alone. But right now, bottom lane gone for the side of Team Untitled. Finally, Team Anarchy is going somewhere as they proceed on towards the 8-minute mark. Hopefully, they should be able to take down Deadly here. Look at that fist crack coming in as well. Forced out the revitalized Deadly. He just went away. He, of course, it's a Uranus that we're talking about. After using everything on that Uranus, they're just left home and empty-handed.
But Anarchy, the power spike is really coming in through for them. Look at them. I'm really liking how they are playing all together, trying to target Shane this time. Shane, now a little bit of an HP chipped off of him. Top lane, will they be getting it? But okay, Crisis with the life steal, still just making sure to evade all that. Hayabusa should have waited for Crisis to clear off the lane, and then maybe Yugi Shadow Kill would have been, a little less lifesteal for the Ruby. But okay, misjudgment will be there. It's just a game. Come on, guys. That would be possible. But on the other hand, Joker though comes up with a knock up, but trying to shift the attention so that builds a picked off won't be going towards the team fights. On to the other hand, the nightmare spawn just getting deleted and melted is just crazy to watch.
I actually want to see the builds as to how far they are progressing as of now. Because if we do see, right, damage is starting to come from the side of Team Anarchy. There goes Craig all together on her, but he does not survive the killing spree coming in from Johan right there, and an Ogi Shadow kill in between. Beelzebub has to get down for his team. That is Johan is chasing while Deadly is out there zoning a lot of people, but that is a equal trade 2-for-2 coming in for the side of both the teams around that Lord. Hopefully both Yishe, he does not have his retribution while Hayabusa does, and with his Quad Shadow he should be able to catch up in no time. Knowing that Anarchy, they will give the Lord some.
Does have the dominance eyes, which is a good thing. Now that he will be trying to slow down the attack speed as well as the healing as well, but they need it for the Uranus. I'm talking about the sea health, but also trying to be up. But Anarchy going in with too much tankiness though. They're just putting everything on Johan as well as Bid. I don't think that could be a good problem. But Phobius though, let's not forget his contribution towards the team fight as well. Into the back lanes, still making those noise, making sure the team Untitled will be scattered. But this is going to be a good fight for the Lord. We're talking about the level 1 Lord, the first Lord in this game. Joker making sure would not be out of HP. He knows he's just trying to, locate all of them before Johan as well as Karmiko will get that window of opportunity.
Yeah, certainly Team Anarchy, they are positioning themselves around the Lord as well as Untitled as well, but none of them are gonna be starting the Lord first, because it will give them disadvantage. But as of now, both the junglers, they need to be ready. Instead, look at that, picked off, catching 2 people. Lilia gets away with black shoes up, but Deadly is to fall down in the hands of Anarchy. Right there, Lilia, this time she escaped. Wall coming in from picked off. The Inferno Pursuit is there. Joker escapes, but comes back in the hands of Phobius. Once again, Shane caught really low, but he will be getting away, but not kind. Kudo gets his down from Zohan. Mega kill in his hands. With this, Team Anarchy, they have secured the Lord successfully.
4-for-3 trade. Well, Big Dog is on a chase for that, but okay, he's quite low though. I mean, Shane can make the play, but there comes Crisis as well. The stun, the fist crack will be there. There is a flicker from Shane, but will he be able to manage to survive the Crisis? On to the other hand, we're trying to make sure to get something out of that, of the lifesteal, but that Deadly also jumps in. What is it going to be? The tension is rising. Look at them. The zone out is there. Crisis looking quite low. Would be going down into the hands of Shane, but Shane though gets caught onto that Lord. Joker and Daki are there into the position. Knock up for picked off, looking quite low. Primal Wrath coming in while the Infernal Pursuit is there onto them. They have to back up though. Johan does jumps in at the right moment, but there is none of them trying to take the damage which is coming in from the side of Team Untitled.
That was a good choice not going after Uranus because it is of no use. He's just gonna heal himself and get away, and you will just be wasting your resources and your time altogether. Instead, focus on the other objectives, which is quite around the map because Team Anarchy they have to go for more turrets for the side of Team Untitled because the map control, Untitled still has it, but Joker, he's caught by Bid, gets taken down. Johan gets a shutdown as well. Bid is to fall down in the hands of Daki just out there bursting everyone. Crisis trying to make a play. Defended coming in, but too much damage for him. He still goes for it. Good, that's the Winter Crown popped out, but not enough. Shane having the range, he will be bursting him down. Now they're picked off is to fall down. Next shutdown in the hands yet again. Beelzebub is the only one remaining so far. Okay, that was an overextension. Peachy, don't you think?
Definitely an overextension, and plus Untitled are having their power spike along with them having the frontliners. Now, this kind of a small micro decisions really helps. And look at that. Just a moment ago, Team Untitled had that a snowball, but it was just like a push and pull right from the game number one. It is just a shifting for both of the sides. But the major goal was there into the hands of Untitled, which is something of a good news for them. Like they were able to get as much as goal onto their hands even without the kills. Look at them, 14 for 13, 14 minutes into the game. There is a contest for that little orange buff, but Joker onto the other hand making sure they won't be getting any, trying to get ready for the Lord as soon as possible. Now the river area though, both of them have to make sure they will be getting it, but I'm really liking how Untitled are making sure the pressure would be up for the lanes as well.
Yep, certainly they do not forget about the lanes, right? They just go around clearing the whole lane so that the team is divided. But right now, Joker is caught up once again, might not be surviving, taken down. Edith is not quite suitable for roam because she is quite squishy compared to other tanks. But we do see Shane making a cross move out there, backdoor push, but that is quite enough for Team Anarchy to maybe pick up a bit of an advantage in their hands, but no, Deadly is to fall down, followed up by Picked Up, gets the killing spree. Daki has to use her black shoes. Crisis. He won't be surviving that burst. That does too much damage, and a lot of lifesteal coming in as well. But supposedly trying to help his team, but it is not enough compared to all the bombardments and the arrows coming in from Irithel and Lilia altogether.
Oh my god, the Lord though, Untitled are having the upper hand unless Johan thus gets the window of opportunity to jump in with the retribution. No window of opportunity presented for Johan. Look at that, the top lane, the pressure is up there. Anarchy have to move back, making sure that they are taking off the minions. What is it going to be? 16 minutes into the game. This is definitely the late game you guys are talking about. Daki as well as Joker are there already on the position, and Crisis getting melted down by Shane is not a good thing to see as of now. And Johan as well, he picked up the immortality at the right moment, making sure that even if he gets down on the situation in the team fight, he will be having a little bit of a backup, but he needs to time that. He really needs to time that, given the fact that there is just so much damage. And let's not forget Shane though. We look at the items very quickly as of now.
Yeah, I love to look at the items. Oh my goodness, most of them are all full built, right? But the Lord is in the base. Chaos has erupted. Deadly fall down. Followed up by Daki. That might be a reverse counter coming in from the side of Team Anarchy. Kanku gets taken out in the hands of Johan. Now Team Untitled, they have to get back. I feel like both the teams, they are just brawling it out at this point because once again you see Untitled winning, another see Anarchy winning, but still though the inhibitor is down for the side of Anarchy, so the the enhanced minions is gonna be quite a menace, given that they don't have a marksman aside from Yi Shin out here. So clearing would be a little bit slow as well, but they are quite marching onto the base this time. Lord is quite far. Still, I can't really decode what Anarchy is trying to go for.
Absolute late game. Both of them though. Shane playing around very safely, which is a good sign for the side of Team Untitled. But the problem is how long? How long can you play safe? And let's not forget there is no penetration for Shane though. I mean, he did not pick it up, and onto the side of Team Anarchy as well. I did not see any. So they do have damage. Come on, look at that. They do have the vision as well, but damage from the side of Team Anarchy. They need to time it out when and how they are playing. For the side of Team Untitled, they cannot manage for a re-engage because once they spend their resources, it's just they have to wait in for a cooldown, like maybe like a 5 to 7 seconds, and then they can. And if Anarchy captures during that moment, it's going to be a a plus for them. That is what they did under the last team fight, but this time around Crisis, hey, wait a minute, Deadly and Chain, they are on the chase. Hey, flicker play by Crisis, though he's looking quite low. There is a Wind of Nature, but looking quite low with the immortality. Kaimiko would be the one taking down by Johan, the jungler for a jungler. The Lord is up. Johan with an easy turtle, but wait a minute, base though. Look at that. Shane is also on the chase. Johan makes the recall.
Yeah, he's gonna make it in time. I mean, that was a heart attack.
Picked off.
If they were, if they were not paying attention to the minions, then the minions would have ended. But right now, that is 3 versus 5 people around the enhanced lord this time, and I don't think Anarchy would let that slip out because this is gonna help them a lot in pushing the whole map and supposedly finishing the game, because it's gonna go quite long. If it goes long, Lilia and Irithel are gonna be having the time of their life, but Johan is there for the side of Team Anarchy as well, the Yishin Shin. But then again, they have to end it as quick as possible. You do not want to extend the game for that much of a time.
20 minutes have passed since this game has started, and Entitled as well as Team Anarchy, it has been such a push and pull for all that snowball. I'm really loving how Shane is playing and along with Johan, but it is now Johan's time to shine. Look at him, 8-0, 8-2-8 is something that they were hoping for, and they got it. Look at that, the Lord advantage. You're talking about the red aura Lord coming in from the mid lanes, while Team Entitled are having to support those inhibitors, and if they lose those inhibitors, the pressure is going to be quite high given the fact that it is just too late in the game. And look at that.
Ooh, dual die situation for both the teams. If Team Anarchy gets wiped out here, it might be just the end. Same goes for Team Untitled as well. So both the teams are gonna be bracing themselves for maybe the final stretch, having the Lord deflected towards the other side right now, buying them some time. But look at fist break, missing out. Joker gets taken down. Hayabusa trying his best to clear the minions up as well. Shane is taken down, and this time a full wipe out side of Team Anarchy, and the base is out for grabs unless Team Anarchy is trying to delay a bit. But yes, they go for a 2-1 victory.
What a match it was. And I'm back again, of course.
So welcome back.
Welcome back, Ray.
Nice to be back again. And of course, I feel like this match was definitely the best decision maker, especially considering the fact that this was a tug of war, a push and pull back and forth. It almost seemed to feel like Untitled would grab the win, considering the base was exposed and almost got taken down by the hands of Untitled, until the fact that Johan was able to defend it. So I feel like this was a very close one. Untitled maybe in few instances made a few mistakes, and ultimately they gave out the game to the hands hands of course, Anarchy, and they will be securing the victory in the Swiss stage round 3, getting themselves a 2-1 pointer, getting one more point close to make it for the knockout playoffs. But overall, I feel like their team composition was definitely lacking in damage